finally, something has come up for Power Rangers Reboot for Disney Plus, and that makes me very happy because I was getting a little worried about Power Rangers. I was getting a little worried about Power Rangers Reboot not taking shape. We'll get to that in a second. But when I started noticing there was a few Rangers on social media saying they're going to be making the rounds around San Diego Comic Con, like Brendan Mejia and Christopher Cayman Lee, then that's made me raise my antennas and like, So let's discuss it, shall we? First of all, according to Legacy of Nerds, who may or may not still be at SDCC, spoke to a hyper representative in the concerns about the Power Rangers reboot, and he mentioned that it has not quite been confirmed, that it's still in early development, but it's not quite greenlit, which begs the question, because I remember I had talked about this previously, that people like Peyton Elizabeth Lee was going to be cast as the Red Ranger and stuff like that, and things like that. Is that still valid? Is that still a thing? Because I know there's something specifically they said they were in final talks. It wasn't completely confirmed, so that could very well mean that they're not going to do, that they aren't doing it. That they're just not. That's okay. So since it's in early development, it's no telling where they are at that stage. Who knows for sure? But that is something very, very interesting. It'll still have the people behind Percy Jackson and the Percy Jackson show, who absolutely are going to be like the showrunners of the Power Rangers reboot. In addition to that, there's something else that's been mentioned too, that for the Power Rangers reboot, that they will have Megazord fights, but they will not be the main course. See, for Power Rangers, the Megazord fights have always been the cherry on top of the formulaic editions of Power Rangers. You see the monster, fight the monster, get the monster on the ropes, break the Lord Zed or Rita or Galvanax or the Machine Empire would use their powers to make the monster get big, and then the Rangers have to get the Zords. Most of the time, there are other times they do the Power Blaster, or they'd be able to outsmart them and then beat them on their own or stuff like that. And but that's beside the point. This made me mention that in the Power Rangers reboot, it's going to focus not so much, have less Megazord fights as a means to kind of make the character, make it more character driven. So more of the Megazord battle is earned. A lot like how the 2017 movie did, because they're just slowly build them up until they're able to have the Ranger forms, or get the Ranger powers, and then eventually get the Megazords, and not completely have the complete control over them. Or like on Power Rangers Turbo, where they had to get a handle of like the first couple of episodes of Power Rangers Turbo, where the really intense Megazord transformation sequence. That's also another one I can take it from. So that would be very interesting. And again, as I mentioned in the past about the Power Rangers reboot, I would like to see more. I would focus a little more on execution, not so much like who's in the driver's seat of the Zords. So yeah, there's definitely that. And yeah, man. Let's see. It says, oh, excuse me. But yes, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they're going to do with when it comes to how they're going to handle the Power Rangers reboot. In addition to the fact that they're no longer going to be using Super Sentai footage or having entire Sentai, make it complete, wipe the slate clean, and start from the bottom, and then build it up into something new, in order to be able to keep up with other franchises and other IPs and stuff like that. Because as we all know, Power Rangers tends to rely a lot on Mighty Morphin, the Reignition collection, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Sure, but the Reignition collection and the Reignition toys is. Even the Lightning Collection, remember I mentioned this before, the first 3 months of Lightning Collection, all 3 of those months had a Mighty Morphin character in it. So yeah, and then there's just so much to say about that. But for now, when it comes to Power Rangers reboot, that's as far as we know. That's as far as it's known at the moment. So yeah, so it's unclear when you could expect this. Well, So for the most part, it's just up in the air in development hell. There was also more things that was discussed at SDCC in concerns of the Power Rangers Reignition toys. I've already discussed about the season 2 of Power Rangers Reignition toys with all the Thunder Zords, the Tiger Zord, and stuff like that. And then you can make the Mega Tiger Zord. But in addition to that, Power Rangers, the fine folks at Playmates have discussed that after they're done with Mighty Morphin, they're actually going to get into for one thing, they're going to change as the Reignition collection, the Playmate stuff, into the Unlimited collection. So that's going to be pretty cool. But also, they're going to be focusing on other teams like Zeo, Wild Force, and Dino Thunder. So that's going to be really, really cool. Their emphasis on not trying to focus solely on just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which, yeah, I've mentioned that, yeah, the Power Rangers brand tends to focus on Mighty Morphin, but again, this is actually a really cool step in the right direction. And even though there might be some people that be like, oh, against don't you need, and then trying to get the other toys, because I believe it's supposed to be this week that the Gold Ranger is supposed to come out as a Walmart exclusive. There's also, but again, I would love to see eventually them get into Zeonizers, because if they're going to do the Morpher, they're going to do the Morphers there. They can also do the other stuff too. They're going to do the Rangers and the Zords and the Morphers too. I would love to see it. I would love to open it last. I mean, yeah. But yes, that looks really, really cool, and I can't wait to see more. And I mean, sure, even the Legacy Collection did it, the Lightning Collection did it too. Even though, despite the fact that I mentioned that the first 2 months, the Lightning Collection featured a Mighty Morphin character, but just the sole focus on it, and hopefully, as they continue to do it, they do what the Lightning Collection didn't. And because the thing about the Lightning Collection is, while I enjoyed it, the issue that I myself and probably a lot of y'all did is that they released teams, but they started teams and never finished them, or they had teams they want to release that didn't just do it at all. So I don't think they did. I don't think they ever did Mystic Force. I don't think they did Overdrive. I don't know if they did RPM. There's a lot that they didn't do. So it's like, oh my gosh. So there's a bunch of teams that never finished. And Hasbro never finished. So let's see what Playmates is gonna do. Me personally, I'd like to see them do Super Mega Force. Because yes, yeah, the consensus absolutely it was not the best, not the best, but I would love to see them have the Ranger keys and the Morpher, so that an updated version of the keys and the Morpher that accommodate for the rest of the Power Ranger seasons, like Ninja Steel and Beast Morphers and Down Fury and Cosmic Fury, and then maybe even some other ones like say that they made the JD Power coins or something really special, the really special edition with the Ninja Turtle Power Rangers, made the Ranger keys for that too. So it's like, that'd be really cool. Honestly, I mean, so yeah, that makes me wonder if they ever did that in the possibility. Because again, the TMNT Playmates, Power Rangers Playmates, it's right there for the taking. Just go for it. So yes, that's mostly what's going on right now in the world of Power Rangers. Which this makes me happy to talk about, as you couldn't tell, because man, I love this franchise. But I just hope that it gets to do more. You know what I mean? It gets to do more, it gets to be more. Together they are more. And, getting to see Power Rangers get some little bit better treatment, because again, it's got a lot of competition out there. And I have faith that things will change, and I have faith that, stuff will come out for the reboot, and it's well received. And I'm being cautiously optimistic, if I'm going to be honest with you, but at the same time, it's like, I can't wait. I'm just really, really excited because I love Power Rangers. But, yes. Oh, there's actually one more thing that needs to be discussed that has actually been a development in where in the world happened to all the Toku's websites. So, let's have a look at this little video. This is Hercules. He's a Power Ranger creator, and he's done lots of cool stuff. And he's actually talked to like the Titanium Rangers. He's talked to like the Red Fisher played Ryan, the Titanium Ranger. All kinds of just cool stuff for like all kinds of cool stuff like Power Rangers. Definitely check him out. But he actually had some an interesting little tidbit of information.
Where is Super Sentai? That is the questions on everyone's mind. If you didn't know, a few weeks ago, a lot of the Super Sentai seasons, the officially released ones, came down off of Tubi, came down off of Shout, came out down off of YouTube. Only place you can watch a lot of them right now is on Twitch. So I came here to San Diego Comic-Con, the Shout Factory.
That is true. Toku Shoutsu often does like reruns of like Danger, yeah, all the stuff, all the ones that they licensed, that you know, stuff like that.
Factory Studios booth to ask someone, and I got an official word for you guys. A representative from Shout has told me that pertaining to those particular IPs, those being Super Sentai, they are currently in talks with a licensor. They wouldn't tell me which licensor, whether that be Toei themselves or someone out there, be it Amazon, Netflix, what have you.
And that's true too, because I also heard that this is only Japan exclusive, that for Super Sentai they're going to be releasing all the seasons on Amazon Prime in Japan. I'm sure there's another VPN wouldn't fix, but at the same time it's like, yeah, but I would say, yeah, I could see that working.
But they said they're currently in talks with a licensor, and they couldn't say much else, but that is the official word here at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, this might also be the reason a lot of the Toku sites got taken down recently, if they're in talks with another licensor to maybe put all these shows up on a streaming service.
True, I can see that working too.
Maybe they took all those Toku sites down just in case, to make the deal a little sweeter, because if you can get them free here, why would any licensor want to pick up those IPs if you can get them free elsewhere? You know what I mean? So, not a ton, but that is the official word from Shout Factory here at San Diego Comic-Con that I got for you guys.
It makes me wonder who that could be. I mean, there's so many streaming services out there, or if it's Toei getting ready to make their own, that'll be available on a world, that would be available on a larger scale, because they have talked about how they're doing simulcasts of Kamen Rider, and I don't know if they're going to do this with a Megahorn, because the first episode of that came out already at the time of this recording. I'm not sure. That would be. I would love to see what happens next. I would love to see what happened, because I was about to play catch up with Spare Share Gavin Infinity, and all of a sudden it was all nuked. It's like, oh my god. And yeah, so now to hear this, it's positive. It's something. It's something rather than just being nuked with no reasoning behind it. So. That's really cool thing to know. So shout out to Hockley's, who's pretty dope stuff. Go check out his content, even though you probably wouldn't need it, because he's like, you know, he's a way bigger creator than me. But shout out to him anyway, because, you know, Rangers. And now that's pretty much all the things that's been discussed for Power Rangers, and I hope to get to see more. This is more of a wait and see type deal, because as soon as it comes out, I will probably attempt to talk about it to the best of my ability. But that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn your post notifications to know if I post another video. And I will see you in the next one, because Zulu Delicious. Peace. I mean, I want to